Welcome to Skillcast, the podcast by the London Organisation of Skills Development, where skills are the forefront of all conversations. My name is Nurbanu, and I'll be the host for Season 1. Join me as I dig deep and be a little nosy and find out the story behind the skills our expert guests share with us.
Today I am with Sister Aruna from the Brahma Kumaris, so please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening, and Om Shanti. So Om Shanti is our greeting of peace. So a warm greeting of peace to all of you. And I'm associated with the Brahma Kumaris for the last, 50 years. My parents came across it in London just soon after we arrived in London from Kenya. We were immigrants of East Africa to the UK. And my parents started going to the meditation center, which was the one nearby to them. And as soon as they heard the knowledge, my parents just fell in love with the wisdom that was being shared. Partly because my dad had read a lot of the scriptures. He actually sang bhajans. I say he did in the past because he passed away just recently. And so he was always invited to these bhajan mandalis. And he had a good voice. And so that has kind of carried on from generation to generation. So my brothers have this bhajan evening at home. And then the kids also join in with tablas and harmoniums, etc. So our family was quite devout, as you see. And we followed mom and dad. The girls mostly followed mom and dad to the meditation center. And we also fell in love with the knowledge. We fell in love with the love that was being shared by the seniors, our dadis, we call elder sisters. Mm-hmm. And it was pure love, I would say. It was love without any expectation, not that they wanted you to become a member or they wanted you to, give up your life in any way and become a part of this movement, nothing like that. So you could feel the altruism of that love. And then the pure guidance, the way that Dadi would teach us through stories and through just lessons learned, really, or taking the wisdom, churning it and bringing out the cream and butter. And it was just so enthralling and thrilling. And so we fell in love with the whole thing. And so myself, I moved into the center actually when I was 18 years old.
Oh, wow. That is extremely young. How did your parents feel about you moving in and getting closer to this movement?
Yeah, so they didn't mind. They were quite good. They said, whatever you want to do, if you want to continue uni, we'll support that. If you want to get married early, we'll support that. And if you want to join this movement, we'll support that. Mm-hmm. Now, my great uncle, he didn't live with us. He lived like half an hour away, but every day he would come. And every day he'd have to come and kind of feed my mom's ears and say, don't send them, it's not good, you'll regret it. They're young, get them married off while they're young. Maybe later they'll regret and then there won't be any boy to marry them. Because with this kind of dedication, it's kind of, all in for especially people like us, that he knew us. Mm-hmm. It's not the case for everyone. You can stay at home and practice, but he was just concerned about our future. And so mom would say, yeah, sure, if they want to get married, whatever, I'll support that. So mom and dad were good like that. And so, mom said, let me take you to Mount Abu. So Mount Abu is the headquarters of the Brahma Kumaris. So she said, why don't we take a trip there, see if you like it. Then after that, you decide. And so, that's what we did. And then one by one, myself and my other two sisters. I have other siblings, but 3 of us felt we want to walk this path. So, mom and dad were good like that.
So are your sisters all part of Brahma Kumari as well?
Well, 2 of them are. And then we are actually 7 siblings.
Oh, wow. Big family.
Yeah. So I have 2 brothers, 2 other sisters. But we're all very close. All chat on the WhatsApp every day, despite our, different parts of lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you said the headquarters of Brahma Kumaris is in Mount Abu in India?
That's
So that's where it all started? Is that correct?
Well, no, it started in Hyderabad, Sindh,
Oh, okay.
which is now in Pakistan.
Uh-huh.
And so this was in 1936, before the partition. It was a Sindh community that time. Probably is to a certain extent now, but yeah, it was not two countries, right? It was one country. And so that's where the founder, Dada Lekraj, who became known as Brahma Baba, started his, let's say, realizations, and then walking this talk.
So he established the Brahma Kumaris.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about his story. How did he get started on this journey?
Yeah, so again, he was quite devout, lots of, bhakti rituals at home, offering of bhog. And he had a separate room where they would sit and pray, as well as in their own way meditate. Just, shanti mein baithna. And so what happened is he started to have some visions. He was actually a jewel merchant. He had a prosperous business. He was in touch with royalty. He had a lot of success, you could say, from nothing, rags to riches kind of success. And then when he started having these visions, he realized, what is that? What are those diamonds compared to these jewels of knowledge that I am receiving? So he started becoming a medium to receive messages. And he felt it's not him that's speaking. He felt that there's some other energy that's speaking through him. And that's what happened. He started imparting that wisdom, firstly to his family, those who were around him, and then the community. Then there were others who were far afield who started to have visions of him. And then they set out looking for this man in white, this old man in white with white hair. Yeah, and then people just started to be attracted like a magnet.
Wow.
And so that's how the movement started. So initially it was a small community of 300, and then it grew. So then he moved from Hyderabad, Sindh, then to Karachi. And then from Karachi, they moved to Mount Abu. So that was in about 1952. So from 1936 to 52, they were just in Sindh. After 2 years after the partition, they moved to India, Mount Abu, where our current headquarters is.
Oh, wow. So do you go there often?
Yeah. And I always say, it's one of those places that you go to for year after year, but never get bored. Imagine if you had a villa in Spain or Greece, then you'd go and you say, oh, again, we have to go there again. But somehow going to Mount Abu has always been very inspiring, empowering. So there's always a hive of activity because it's so busy these days with thousands of people. But somehow, yeah, we feel refreshed having been there and coming back.
So you mentioned activities. What kind of activities go on over there?
Well, lots of conferences. And there's large meetings where we have teachers' meetings, youth meetings, lots of professional meetings. So like-minded people would be brought together. We have big IT retreats. So anyone from the IT field would be invited to that. Different, really. Legality, education, every wing you could possibly think of. Sports wing we have. So anybody connected with sports, and then they might bring a famous sports person to kind of be the chief guest. And then lots of talks around spirituality, basically how to improve oneself, how to deepen one's meditation, how to gain self-control.
Well, and then you mentioned you've got centres around the world. I know there's one in the United Kingdom, in Oxford in particular. Is it the same courses that you get out in India, or are these different courses?
Yeah, well, similar courses. I mean, partly because of the cultural difference. It's the same knowledge, but let's say it's given in different doses. So, for example, I used to be also in the Middle East. So, everything is given in a different way. Nothing is hidden. It's all transparent. But to an Indian, maybe they could, palate it much quicker than maybe somebody from the West. Because sometimes in the West, you even have to consider talking about whether there is a God or not. Whereas in India, that's not a question. So you kind of can fast track that.
Yes.
And then other parts of the world, again, Asia, you have to just, cater to the people. So it's the same course, but the one that you mentioned in Oxford is actually a retreat center,
Okay.
which is different. I mean, it's a center, but it acts more as a retreat center where people come for weekends and, again, try to live this life, experience it for like 48 hours. They wake up early, have vegetarian food. We go through the classes, lots of meditation, lots of silent time, and just in a very lovely, peaceful atmosphere. So, yeah, that's different from a normal center where you might just visit for an hour or two.
So what happens during the retreats? Is there classes during the retreats, or is it just relaxationist meditation?
No, there's lots of classes. It's a structured program. We have an early morning class. Then they have breakfast. Then they have about an hour and a half break. Then there's a couple of sessions, 1 hour each. Then lunch. Then they get a good break from 2 to 4. Then tea. Again, another couple of hours of session. And some meditation and dinner. And then mostly those couple of evenings, there's light entertainment. If somebody's around who plays the ukulele, guitar, violin, then they entertain us. Otherwise, it's a cultural program where the people who come, they entertain us who live there. So it could be a song or a dance or something.
That sounds nice and peaceful. What is your most popular course?
Well, it is the Raj Yoga meditation course.
Okay.
Yeah, people are intrigued by, how to meditate, and there has been a large, or let's say an increase in the interest to meditate. So, yeah, many come for that.
And that happens during the retreat?
That it could be a full retreat theme, or it could be in the weekdays. We do it over 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on the course and how deep people want to go.
If someone wants to just get started with it, where's the best place to get information?
Yeah, online, globalretreatcenter.org. Otherwise, just go to brahmakumaris.uk or brahmakumaris.org, which is the international website. And you can actually go to Center Locator and find a center near you, wherever you are.
Okay. And they're scattered all around the UK and the world?
Yeah, all over the world. We have several in UK, all the main cities. And we have centers in 110 different countries.
Oh, wow.
So it's about 9,000 centers.
Wow, very, very diversified. There's so many people. I'd be really interested in getting a little, like a little taster of what this meditation would be like at the retreat. Could you give me a bit of like a snapshot?
Sure, yeah. So, yeah, what we do is just sit comfortably. So wherever you are, just sit comfortably. Take a few moments out for yourself and take a deep breath. Just sink into your seat. Try to let go of the body. Relax all the muscles in the body. Even relax the jaw and the neck. And then we turn our attention to our inner world. Our inner world of thoughts and feelings. So what am I feeling right now? Just try to get a pulse on what you are feeling right now. Maybe you're feeling worried or anxious or concerned. Maybe you're feeling restless. Maybe frantic, or maybe just very peaceful. Maybe happy. And even when you say these terms, try to zoom in a little more to find some more adjectives so that you can get full clarity on what you're feeling. So if you are feeling a little restless right now, again, take another deep breath and you just say to yourself quietly, I am a peaceful being.
I am a peaceful being.
There. And let every cell in your body hear that. You can just keep saying it quietly in your mind, and The cells are actually eavesdropping on our thoughts. So whatever we think, they carry that message through the bloodstream to all the organs. So I'm a peaceful soul, peaceful being, I'm a powerful soul. So again, not just to say it, but to really feel it. My thoughts are within my control. I will dictate what thought I think. I am a powerful soul. So again, just look down at the body. Look at the body and just give the body lots of light. I'd like you to feel that separation between I, the being, the soul, and the body. They are two distinct things. When I say I, it's I, the soul. I always say my body. I never say I, the body. So I, the soul, and my body. It's like I, the soul, and my watch, or my car, or my house. My body is my possession. So feel the separation between I and mine. And so, of course, the more powerful is the soul. It is the soul that uses the body to express and experience. Just a vehicle of expression. And now just focus on the soul. The soul is eternal, imperishable. Just pure light. Now I'm no longer thinking about the soul, I just am a soul. Just flowing in that feeling, in that state. And this is known as pure soul consciousness. And when you're ready, then we come back to the awareness of the body. Back to the awareness of this room. And it's the soul looking out through these eyes with a new awareness.
Thank you. Thank you. That made me feel really peace. I think I was a bit stressed initially, and now I feel just intensely calm. Like I just feel it's a different feeling. Your voice is really soothing as well. I think that helps with the whole relaxation and bringing you back to the present moment. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Welcome.
So aside from meditation, do you do anything else in terms of work?
Well, I don't have paid work, but I write. I have a blog.
Oh, nice.
And for those who are interested, it's called It's Time to Meditate.org.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started that in 2009 and still continuing.
Oh, wow. It's been going on for quite some time now.
Yeah, earlier actually I was quite religious about writing something once a week. But for the last 2-3 years, it's just, I think again, COVID, COVID was the cause of many things. So after that, I got busy, very busy, and traveling a lot more. And so, I try to do one at least once or twice a month now.
Okay.
So it's just on different themes, different topics. Anyway, you can visit and have a look, and something will be there for you. Yeah.
Has this month's blog come out yet?
Yeah. Well, I've put one out already.
Okay. What's that one on?
On being, not being carefree. Not being careless, but being carefree. And what is ultimate carefree is when you're in alignment with your action. So when the thought, word, and deed are in alignment, then I can be carefree. I'm careless when I think something, say something, and do something else, or don't do it. And so, of course, there's a guilty conscience. But yes, I take different themes, whatever. I just kind of look out in life for, some inspiration. And there's a topic on something or the other. And so then these articles were combined and compiled. And so I've got some books as well out. And they're available on Amazon as well. And other than that, I like to paint when I can. I don't get that much time. I like to walk. I love nature. Other than that, whatever is the work that's needed in terms of promotion of the Brahma Kumaris, that's organizing.
Talk about enlightenment and things and meditation. A lot of people say that we get this light sometimes when we're meditating. Is that an experience a person will have every time they meditate when they're an advanced person, or is it just sometimes this light comes, sometimes it doesn't?
I don't think it happens every time, and I don't think we should expect it, because then we'll get disappointed. That's the fear of expectation. But you definitely have a shift in consciousness. Every time you meditate, even if it's 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour, 3 hours, there is a shift in your consciousness, which means your thoughts slow down, and there's this vibe in your body that, again, just calms down, and you don't act hastily. There's not that reflex. It's controlled action because it's controlled thought. So definitely every time you meditate, you will have some experience, but not necessarily always of enlightenment as such, as you're saying, or seeing the light, etc. Doesn't have to be that way, and doesn't have to mean that that's success either. So long as you feel good. And that's the beauty of this meditation. Like, there's no hard and fast rule that one has to meditate like this. I mean, there is a basic theme, but then everybody's creative about it. But the end result should be that I feel calm and peaceful from inside.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me and
thank you, Nurbanu.
informing me about the things you do.
Thank you. Lovely to be here. Thank you so much.